Hey all, welcome to Slay the Spire. Today we're playing the Ascension 13 with the Ironclad. This one is a little special because of the relic Brimstone, which reads, at the start of your turn gain 2 strength and all enemies gain 1 strength. So this means that each and every turn you gain 2 extra strength and all enemies gain 1 strength as well. So I was offered Brimstone at one of my first shops, so it was very hard to turn it down. The main problem with this relic is that it is very hard to defend against enemies if you haven't killed them by the 3rd or 4th turn. Since they continuously gain strength, defending becomes difficult with each turn, especially against multi-hit attacks. For the Ironclad though, there's one card that can make Brimstone really powerful, Limit Break. The Limit Break doubles your current strength, so Brimstone is a nice way to start out with some strength right off the bat. As you can tell, I'm already on the 3rd floor here. At this point my deck has 3 Limit Breaks and a bunch of multi-hit damage. 2 Sword Boomerangs, 1 Pummel, 1 Twin Strike, 1 Whirlwind. I also have a Reaper to heal myself back once I take damage. Against high HP enemies like the Giant Head, you can see exactly how this deck succeeds. I start off with 2 Limit Breaks, bringing my strength up to 10 in the first turn. In the second turn, flex in another Limit Break, bringing it up to 28. At this point, the Sword Boomerang deals 135 damage and the Pummel deals 188. We can kill in the third turn. Also note that we already had the Bag of Marbles relic, which makes all enemies vulnerable on the first turn, and after the Giant Head fight we also got the Paper Frog relic, which makes attacks deal 50% more damage when vulnerable rather than 25. So while I continue slaughtering enemies, let me briefly summarize some of the relics we have. There's obviously Brimstone, which is the main way we're winning here. There's also Singing Bowl, which gives us max HP if we reject cards, which is one of the reasons we end up with 105 max HP at the end. Enemies like the Nemesis are a problem though. It doesn't matter how much strength we have if the enemy is intangible. So if instead of the multi-hit attack he had decided to do the large 45 damage hit, there would not have been much I could have done about that. Luckily that didn't happen in this case. Going back to the relics, we also have Green Lantern and Bag of Preparation, which give us extra card draw and extra energy on our first turn. Then there's Sozu, which is our second boss relic, which gives us extra energy but doesn't let us use potions. Which is funny, since we also have the Potion Belt, which gives us a total of 4 potion slots, including an Entropic Brew, which is now pretty much useless. Against the Reptomancer, you can also see how useful Reaper can be, especially with all the extra strength that I have. Because of Blackstar, I was obviously trying to maximize elites to get more relics, but honestly, the Brimstone alone would have been enough. That and the Limit Breaks, obviously. At the Mindbloom event, I decided to fight a first floor boss, the Guardian. That poor guy did not even stand a chance. I should also mention that I did not go for the heart in this run. Honestly, I was trying to get through the Ascensions as quickly as possible. I do not enjoy them as much as the dailies, for example, since I do see them more as a grind. The only reason I attempt them is because I have perfectionist tendencies and I do want to have the full game completed. And since you don't need to beat the heart for the Ascensions, I mostly didn't do it. But that said, when there is a fun deck, I will go for the heart, but that will be in a future episode. So the final boss was Dono and Deka. My strength growth was a bit slow here. I only had 5 strength by turn 2, 4 from the Brimstone and 1 from Shuriken. I did not get a Limit Break in turn 2 either, so I had 7 in turn 3. Then I brought that up to 14 with the Limit Break, and then in turn 4 I played 2 more Limit Breaks to get my strength up to 64. So by this time Dono was already dead. And then a final Limit Break in turn 5 brought my strength up to 132, at which point there was very little anybody could have done. And yeah, that was the Ascension 13 victory with the Ironclad, mostly thanks to Brimstone. Thanks for watching. Bye.